What's happening, Huskies? Welcome to episode 3 of Newscene. I'm Kate Reed.
And I'm Lee McCammond-Watts. Spirit Week was another success for OPRF, and we're going to cover what it had in store for our students. Stay tuned, Huskies.
After an exciting 5 days of Spirit Week activity, the Husky Spirit Assembly was a perfect lead into the homecoming game. Featuring a performance from our marching Huskies, our fantastic drill and cheer teams, and a heartwarming homecoming dance proposal, the highlight of the assembly was definitely the soccer game, which got everyone in the stands on their feet while watching the players get knocked off theirs.
Last Friday night, we hosted the 2018 homecoming game. It was a battle between our Huskies and the Proviso West Panthers. Attendance at the game was high, and you could feel the homecoming in the atmosphere. Craig Shelton and Jaden McGill both showed out for our homecoming game. Sophomore McGill ran an 87-yard touchdown in the first quarter, along with a 27-yard touchdown in the second. Shelton helped our win with a valuable touchdown in the second half. The halftime performance included a step routine from cheer, a special and surprising choreography from drill, and an intriguing ensemble from our marching band. We ended our battle against the Panthers 41-12. OPRF 2018 homecoming was one to remember.
Homecoming 2018 was wonderful. All students in attendance enjoyed the GJ's varied music selection from Post Malone to even Smash Mouth. Principal Rouse also joined in on the fun. When they weren't dancing, students spent time at the interactive photo booth. At the end of the night, the homecoming king and queen, Ben Newberry and Grace Gunn, were announced. Homecoming sure was fun, wasn't it?
It sure was. I definitely had a blast.
Me too.
A new mixed-income apartment building has been proposed to be built in Oak Park on the corner of Van Buren and Oak Park Avenue, citing 37 units in a 4-story structure. The proposed development has acquired a bit of tension around it, and the community around it is decidedly split. One side argues that the increase of mixed-income community members will help support Oak Park's claim of being an economically and socially diverse neighborhood, and the apartments will help balance the near $1 million Vantage apartments on Lake Street. The other side argues that the proposed apartments will only further the gap income between North and South Oak Park, and the lack of parking will be a nightmare for those living in the area. Where do you stand? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
The Galewood Economic Development Committee organized a cleanup on Saturday the 29th. They pushed to get rid of leaves and litter to improve their neighborhood. They were inspired to clean up because they were tired of no push to take care of their town. They decided to clean it themselves because they care about their livelihood.
Business is booming. Business Club sold $1 waters at homecoming this year, and it was a big success. Business Club is a weekly club where each member has a certain role to help the club make money.
When I first started with the club, it was really geared towards fundraising and like putting on events. But as the clubs progressed, this became more about creating products and selling those products. And while we still fundraise, I'm now more involved with the marketing aspect of it all. So there's a lot for me to do with the club, and I like how it's kind of evolved through my years in the club.
Co-presidents Jacob Sikwa and Sydney Donaldson are excited for their senior year in the club.
So as presidents, we run projects and we get a bunch of people to come to the club, and we work very hard to make sure everybody's happy.
Business Club is a great way for students to get real-world business experience without having to risk their own money or livelihoods.
Business Club meets in room 303 at 7:20 every Tuesday morning, and they're always looking for new members.
Robotics Club is Monday through Thursday in room 159. We interviewed some students who are members of the club. Let's take a look.
For me, there's all the teams, everybody has their own role, but on our team, I do a lot of our designing, and I also cut all of our parts. I handle communicating with other teams during competition, coming up with strategy, that sort of thing. But other people, they have roles like programming or taking documents, planning out the actual robot itself, stuff like that.
I like doing Vex Robotics because through my life I've had a bunch of different friend groups and stuff, but Vex Robotics kind of gave me a chance to be friends with people that I hadn't really even thought of talking to before, and it kind of developed new relationships with different kinds of people with different interests than me, and I just thought that was really, really cool to be a part of.
In my team, I do most of the building, so I'm technically the main builder.
Our team, I do a lot of journaling, so keeping track of what we are doing building-wise. And then I also help out building.
That's all for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed.
Signing off. See you next week, Huskies.